Hi everyone, I'm back with the bridal makeup tutorial, and this time I'm doing a more sultry and dramatic makeup look. As you can see here, I've done a dramatic smoky eye which I've paired with a wine red lip. So for the makeup, I'm first going to start with my eyes. I've taken a piece of cello tape and I'm just going to apply this along the outer edge of my eye. This will just keep the area clean and it will help me contain the extent to which I blend the smoky colors. First, I'm going to lay down a black base for my smoky eye, and I'm using a cream eyeshadow from Shiseido here. I'm going to apply this all over my lid using a flat brush, keeping the color just under the crease. Next, I'm going to use the MAC 217 blending brush to soften the edges along my crease line. Next, I'm going to use a matte brown eyeshadow. This one is from Bourjois, and again using a MAC 217 brush, I'm going to apply this along my socket line just to give a softer look to the black. Now I'm going to take a burgundy eyeshadow. This one is Antiqued by MAC, and I'm just going to pat it all over my lid over the black base that we've created in the previous steps. I'm using a MAC 239 brush for this step. And once again, going in with my blending brush, which is MAC 217, I'm going to soften the edges of the burgundy color in the crease line. Next, I'm going to use a black kohl pencil, and I'm using this one from Bourjois, and I'm going to tightline my eyes with it. Tightlining simply means lining both the upper and the lower waterline with the liner. I'm now going to remove the tape, the cello tape that we'd applied in the first step, and then using the color bar smudging brush, I'm going to smudge the kohl onto my lower lash line. Using the same kohl pencil, I'm also lining my upper lash line. While lining, always make sure that the line is as close to the lashes as possible so that there is no bare skin peeking through. Next, I'm going to use a black eyeshadow. This one is by Deborah Milano, and using a small pointed brush, I'm going to apply this along my lash line just to set the kohl applied in the previous step. This will also intensify the dark smokiness along my lash line. I have used a MAC 219 brush for this step. Next, to highlight, I'm going to use a pale gold eyeshadow by Miss Claire, and I'm using an earbud just to apply this in the inner corners of my eyes. I'm going to use the same highlighter for my brow bone as well. So except for mascara and eyebrows, my eye makeup is nearly done. I'm just going to clean up any fallout from the dark eyeshadows and proceed to do my face makeup now. I'm going to use the Clinique Pore Refining Solutions Instant Perfector for the oily parts of my face, the parts where I have large open pores, as this reduces the look of open pores and also mattifies the area. And for the dry areas of my face, I'm going to use the MAC Strobe Cream. MAC Strobe Cream is a hydrating and illuminating lotion. It just adds a bit of shine and life to the skin. Next, I'm going to apply corrector, and this is Orange Brightener by Clinique. And using a color bar eyeshadow brush, I'm going to apply this in my under eye area. This basically cancels out the dark shadows and pigmentation under the eyes. I'm also going to apply this in other areas where I have a bit of pigmentation, like the area around my mouth and around my nose. The next step is foundation, and I'm going to use one of my favorites, which is the Clinique Super Balanced Makeup. This is an excellent foundation for someone with slightly combination skin. It has about medium coverage and a slightly dewy finish. It overall gives a very nice and healthy, flawless look to the complexion. It also photographs really well, which is something that one must always consider when picking a foundation for bridal makeup. Next, I'm going to use concealer in areas which need a little extra coverage, that is my under eyes. And once again, I'm using the Color Bar eyeshadow brush. I'm using the Clinique Even Better Concealer in the shade Honeycomb. So the order in which I applied the products was, first I applied a corrector to correct any darkness and pigmentation, then I used a foundation, and then I'm using a concealer just on the areas where just foundation is not enough. And to set my base, I'm going to use a loose powder. This one is also by Clinique. And what I'm doing here is I'm using a cotton ball just to press the powder onto the skin. I'm only doing this in the central part of the face where I have large open pores and where my skin tends to get a little shiny. This technique, instead of using a brush, helps in minimizing the look of pores, and it also helps in controlling oil better. This finishes my base makeup. I'm going to come back to the eyes now. I'm going to apply a mascara, and this is the Maybelline Falsies mascara. I've not curled my eyelashes here because I'm going to apply a pair of false eyelashes later on, and it's easier to apply false eyelashes if you've not curled your lashes. Next, I'm going to fill in my brows, and I'm using the Sleek Brow Kit in the shade Extra Dark here. And using an angled brush, I'm just going to fill in the gaps in my brows. So my eye makeup is done now. I'm going to come back to the face. I'm using a Shiseido bronzer here to contour my face. I'm just going to apply this under my cheekbones and also going to run this under my jawline. This will give a more defined and more sculpted look to my face, especially in pictures. And I'm going to also sculpt my nose using a slightly smaller brush. This is a MAC 222 brush. For my cheeks, I'm going to use the blush Pinch Me by MAC, which I find pairs really nicely with the red lipstick. It's also a matte blush, so it doesn't make your face look too shiny in pictures. And to highlight my face, I'm going to use the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick in the shade Bronze. I'm just going to swirl the top two shades together and run it along the top of my cheekbone, along the bridge of my nose, and slightly along my temples as well. This is one of my favorite highlighters. I've used this product in so many videos, and I also used this on my actual wedding day while doing my makeup. So my face is nearly done. I'm now going to move on to the lips. I'm using a red lip liner to line and fill in my lips. This is the shade Red Alert, and this is from the Lakme 9 to 5 range. If you have any unevenness in the shape of your lips like I do, this is the step where you can correct it. For example, the left side of my lip is slightly smaller than the right side, so I line slightly outside my natural lip line to balance out the two sides and make it look more symmetric. After lining, I'm just going to fill in the entire lip with the color. This will act as a base for my lipstick and help my lipstick last longer. The lipstick that I've chosen for this look is the shade Diva by MAC, and this is a beautiful rich wine red color that I think is a really lovely color for Indian brides, especially those looking for a classic dark red lip. I also used this lipstick on my actual wedding day paired with MAC Ruby Woo, and I'd highly recommend this lipstick to all brides to be who are looking for a nice dark red. And just to make sure that the color is evenly distributed, I've taken a lip brush and I'm just running it along my lips, making sure that everything is clean and the color is neatly and uniformly distributed. And this finishes the makeup. I'm just going to put on a few accessories and show you the finished look, how it will look when you've paired it with a bridal outfit and some jewelry. I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you have any requests for what you'd like to see in the future videos, you can leave me a comment below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon in my next video.